Alright you guys, what's up? It's your girl Deezy and I am back with another video. So it is October. You see I got my October steez on, the orange and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Steezed up. Basically I wanted to bring to you guys a story today. So I'm going to tell you something that is a little freaky. It's going to freak you out. It freaked me out. So however, I felt I had to share this story. I feel a little weird about sharing it because I don't know if it's gonna get back around to some folk. Hopefully not, because you know, in no way, shape, or form am I trying to offend anybody or, you know, put them out there in any type of way. Okay, so, you know, let's just sum this up, okay? Let me go on ahead and give you a little background history on this story, okay? So, when I was in kindergarten, I'm gonna codename little boy to Antoine. Okay, that's pretty close to the name that he has. So, Antoine's the best thing I could think of. For some reason, it just made sense that he wanna be Antoine now. So, when I was in kindergarten, there was this little Indian boy. Little cute little Indian boy, Antoine. So, I lived not too far from the elementary school that we went to. So my grandmother was cool with his mom and she asked could she bring me home sometime after school, so that way, you know, because my grandma normally would walk up to the school and get me and we'd walk home. We didn't live too far, but you know, Antoine's mom was like, no problem, I'll bring her home. So she would drive me home up the street, and you know, when she would get back to the house, she would sit down with my grandma and they would have conversation. They'll just sit down and be talking. And while they're talking, me and Antoine will be in my room playing on the kitchen set and playing, you know, go to bed. Now, go to bed means, you know, we just laying there, to be honest, whatever. Y'all might have y'all thoughts or whatever. I was in kindergarten. Just know we played husband and wife, okay? We didn't do nothing nasty, but that was my man's in kindergarten. So just know I had cooked him my little plastic bacon and all that on the kitchen set, and you know, I had got everything together for him to let him know he was the one, like he was my man's. We had a thing in kindergarten, so you know, anyways, you know, as people grow up and they get older, you know, where I'm from, it's a small town, and I don't know, this could be just anywhere, but I know for a fact that people from where I'm from, we get older and we act like we just don't know each other no more. Not me, really, in particular, but I noticed that the people I grew up with, I'm talking about my besties in kindergarten and whatnot, we'd be having sleepovers and all that good stuff, but when we get to high school, it's like, like we just passing each other in the hallway, just looking at each other like, they be acting like they don't know me. Like I have a girl that literally would like call me ma'am and all that whenever I walked into the store she worked at. Mind you, this was my bestie. Like I spent the night all the time. I'm talking about you know what I'm saying? I started my time at her house. Like, come on now, like, girl, ma'am. I'm getting a little off track because that just kind of pissed me off. But anywho, back to the story. You know, Antoine and I in high school, we didn't talk anymore. He was in the little skater squad, and you know, I was in my own world. I was like the type of girl that I had friends, my select few friends, but I wouldn't have said that I was like the one that was out here so-called popping or whatever. And to be honest with you, majority of those popping are now druggies anyway. But whatever, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's life, cool, whatever. But I'm just saying, I had my select few, and you know, he was in the little skater gang, okay? So we would be on that, you know, oh, pass by each other in the hallway, didn't say nothing type stuff. So whatever, cool. If that's what we gonna be, it's cool with me. I ain't gonna cry, I ain't gonna care. Later on, after graduating, I ended up moving to Atlanta, so I would come home often to visit in Florida. So, you know, I was hanging out with some of my friends, and one of my guy friends, he tells me, he's like, yo, Antoine died last night. And I'm like, wait, Antoine? Hold on now. Antoine, the skater Antoine? He was like, yes, he died of an overdose last night. And I'm like, yo, you cannot be serious. You can, like, my whole world just stopped right then and there. I'm like, no, like, this can't be. Like, I'm getting flashbacks to when we were kids, you know, like we grew up around each other. Like, I know him. Like, this was my boo thing in kindergarten. Like, this was bae. So, you know, I'm just like, wow. Like, the rest of the night just kind of stopped for me. I'm just thinking about it the whole time. And I even went home to my grandma and I told her, and you know, like I said, my grandma knows him, knows his mom. So she was like, no. Oh, Antoine, and I know his mama sad. I know she's sad about it. And the crazy thing is, you know, he only had a sibling, like a younger sister that I've known of at the time when I knew him well. So, you know, and his mom was a single mom. I'm sure she was in a relationship and everything at this point. But like, you know, my grandma felt for her. She just, oh my God, I know she is just so sad about it. That's a son. Oh, who would have thought he would do this? So it was a dramatic thing. I cried about it. You know, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. So, you know, this happened 5 years ago when I heard this, okay? So 5 years ago is when I'm hearing that Antoine is gone. He's dead. He overdosed on some drugs and he's gone. So that's how, you know, I got this news. That's what I heard. Fast forwarding into a month ago, okay? So a month ago now, well, from today. So a month ago from today, you know, I'm home alone one night. My daughter's with me. She's in her bed and she's sleeping already. So, you know, I get in bed, you know, it's dark. I have all the lights off in the room. You know, I'm just going to do my last little checkup on my phone. And, you know, literally as I lift my phone to check it, my friend Corey texted me. And it was like close to 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm looking at my phone like, what the hell? Like, she never texts me at this time. And if so, it's like gotta be something. Like, what happened? So I'm looking at my phone, and you know, when you can read, like you go to messages, but you don't open the text yet. So all I'm seeing like on the screen before I open the full text was she's just like, I can't believe this. This is just so unreal. This is crazy. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, I kind of just expect that there's a picture attached, because like it was like that one message she sent to me and it said that, and I'm like, okay, she probably attached something. So I click on it, and above her message I can see a little like end of a picture that I can scroll up and see. So I scroll up and I click on the picture, and immediately I see this picture. And I immediately like scroll off, like I immediately exit out the picture. I'm like, oh my God. So this picture is Antoine. And first of all, when you hear, like, okay, when you're set for 5 years thinking somebody's dead, and then you see this picture in your phone of that person, and it's recent, clearly, because I mean, like, I could tell it wasn't like from how he looked before. So it's recent, it's him, and he looks dead. So it looked legit like homeboy said out the grave and just like started walking this earth again. It just tripped me out, scared the hell out of me. So I text her back, and I'm like knowing inside who it was, I'm like, who is this? And she's like, it's Antoine. And I'm like, okay, is this recent? She's like, yes, it's recent. He just sent me a friend request the other day on Facebook. So I'm like, okay, so he's alive. So I'm just like all thrown off. I'm thinking, yo, homeboy back from the dead. Like, what happened? How do I just hear he's dead? And in all these years, I'm thinking he's gone. Like, what is going on? That freaked the hell out of me. Like, when I saw that, it was like unreal. Like, seriously, it felt like creepy. And she's like, I just can't believe this. This is like, you know, him now. Apparently he made it, like, basically, you know. And then I go on his Facebook, and then there's like a whole story thing he like wrote out on there about how 5 years ago he tried to put himself in a coma by taking some drugs. So he is currently living still, okay, clearly, or, you know, at least from what it looks like. And he's now living somewhere on the West Coast, and I believe he might be homeless. If not homeless, he's just, however his life is doing out there, he's out there somewhere, and he just looks completely different. And like, you know, it just blows my mind. So apparently, from what we heard, I guess he ended up in a coma or something, and it made him really, like, you know, maybe people were scared and thinking that he was dead or going to die or something, so word spread around town from where I'm from, and it might have got out that he was dead to some people. Some people maybe not, at least people that know him did, like, probably got the correct news, but from where I was, you know, I just heard he died, and I never heard anything since. So, you know, or seen anything of him since. So, you know, and I don't have him on Facebook or anything. I don't think I ever really did. So, you know, I didn't know. I see this and I find out homeboy is still alive in the streets. Like, what? And I didn't, like, I was cautious about doing this video. I was thinking about it like, dang, I'm not trying to put nobody on blast. Like, I'm not trying to, like, air him out or, you know, but I just thought this was an interesting story to share. So, Antoine, if you out there, you know your real name. I just don't want to put you on blast. I mean, I might as well, like, if I have a picture attached here. Look, hey, reach out. You know what I'm saying? I feel for homegirl, my friend that received the friend request, because if it was me, I would have freaked the hell out. I would have been done. I would have been like, ain't no way in hell I just got a request from the dead. So if you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to reach out to you because I'm still a little freaked out. But if you see this ever and you decide to reach out to me, cool. But I'm happy to know you're alive and well. That's crazy because 5 years straight I thought you were gone, and I even thought about it recently, and it's crazy. I don't know how freaky that is to you, but that was freaky to me. So I had to share this story with you guys, and yeah. So listen, if you want to hear some more freaky stories about whatever I've been through in my life, please like this video, subscribe, and comment below. Let me know you want to see more, or give me some request of something that you might want to see. I mean, it is October, the little spooky month. We just gonna do everything we can to make it pop, okay? Feel free to let me know what you want to see, all right? All right, you guys, and I'm